Hello, everyone. Welcome back for another episode of Owning Your Sexual Self. I have the lovely Jordan Danella on the show with me today. What's up, Jordan?
Hello, hello.
Where are you today, anyways? Are you in San Diego still for the
I am, yes, I am in San Diego in my actual home today.
Yes, we have Jordan on because she is Jet Setting Jordan, if you want to follow her new social account. And this girl, she was my very first yes to her retreat. She is someone that travels all of the time. Literally, I live vicariously through her often. And I thought, you know what, let's record an episode on why travel, one, as a female, is so important, why traveling with females is important, and how like how that experience is, and then also the other side of it, like investing in yourself through retreats that are solely with women as well, and what that
Mhm.
experience is like, and how to have fun on those, how to have a central experience with those, how to have a life-changing experience with those, even, if you will. So that's what we're diving in today. I'm excited.
Yes, I'm so excited. And it's perfect timing because I actually just came back from a couple of girls' trips with two different groups of girls in the last week. So this is literally perfect timing.
Of course, I feel like if I was recording with you next week, it would also be perfect timing, or two
This
weeks.
is true.
Like, I'm not kidding you guys. You need to follow her if you want to see the world really through Jordan's eyes. And she always has, like, you always get into some shit. Like,
Always.
one time she texts us, she's like, "Oh, I'm going on somebody's private yacht," like, and just these crazy, crazy things. I'm going to this sex party, like, just all these different experiences. So yeah.
Yep. Ending up on 50 Cent's Instagram,
No
all
big.
kinds of things. Always something when you are with me.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I know I've done a few podcasts now on, my retreat experiences, the retreat that Danny and I were able to go on together as a couples retreat. But in your experience, we'll start with when I came to you. I remember we were in your pleasure positive mastermind, and I had shared, "Hey, I'm launching my retreat." And, my page was,
Mhm.
everything was good. And immediately you were like, "Hell yes, sign me up." You had booked your flight, you had paid for your spot. Like, it was just like there was no question asked. Like, you knew you were going to be there. I'm sure you checked your calendar
Well,
real quick, but
I probably didn't even check my calendar to be honest.
yeah.
Um, I knew like I literally had been waiting for you to do a retreat
Mm.
because I love your energy and I love being around you, but I also am craving the community and connection from other women who are on this healing journey, and especially like this sexual healing journey. And even as somebody who's in this space, like my journey doesn't ever end either. And so I'm excited to learn from you and go deeper within myself at the her retreat. And so that's why, like, soon as you posted it, I was like, I don't even, honestly, I didn't even care what it was about. It was a yes, I'm coming because I get to travel with Rachel. I get to learn whatever it is, I'm going to be learning something, and I get to explore myself even deeper, which I think is just so important for us to do.
Yeah. And I'm just thinking too, it's like we talk on the regular. I've had this thing pretty much mapped out for quite some time now, and it's getting closer and closer, and the excitement is setting in, and the nerves are setting in, and all of the emotions. But I even just think of the before experience and what you're speaking to, like creating that container with women to feel that sense of community of other like-minded women, because we all have our shit, right? We're all dealing with something, we're all going through something, and none of us are special in our own little thing, in our own little bubble. It's We all have these life experiences happening to us or for us.
We do. And, I talk about this with my girlfriends when we're traveling all the time, but the work is never done.
Mhm.
And when you think that you're like, oh, I think I'm done, you uncover something else. And you're constantly uncovering a different shadow of you to explore and with curiosity. And it's never over. Like there's always more to do. And you're just continuing to learn. And we continue to change over the course of our lifetime. So the version I am today is the is different version that I'm going to be after the retreat,
Mhm.
different version that I'm going to be 5 years from now. And so continuing to learn and be curious about ourselves is so important.
Yeah. And yeah, going to a retreat is just a step in the journey, a path in the journey. And so many people won't take that step. They'll maybe never even do like an online program or therapy or any sort of personal development in their life, right? But you have these group of women, people, we're talking specifically about women today, but you have these group of women that are like, you know what, I want something more, I'm craving something more for my life. And so maybe they do an online program, and yes, like there's wonderful things that can come out of online programs. Absolutely. I run online programs, I've been a part of online programs, like I met you primarily. Our first couple of years of our relationship was online only, and there's power behind that. And then it's like you meet in person, you go to these experiences together, you do something, you go to an event together, something like that. And there's something to be said, right, about the in-person experiences, because it's like what you can get in the virtual experience on steroids, like maximized times 10.
Absolutely. And yes, online space stuff is amazing and it increases access. But when you work in person with somebody, when you work like whether it's individually, but like especially in retreats, when you get that really close connection, it is so much deeper and it's so much faster as well. So you could spend, 3, 4 months doing something, but you go to a couple day retreat and now it just clicks so much faster that way too. And
Mhm.
so it can jumpstart your journey when you make that decision.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm even thinking like past business retreats, like every in-person experience I've been to retreat wise, like I leave, as you said, I leave a different person. I leave on like this level 10 high, ready for more, ready to tackle, like ready to conquer. And we can maybe talk later about sort of like the retreat hangover and experience like that, like the hangover that comes with this, getting back into reality. But that's why I've designed the Her Retreat to be how it is, where we get those calls leading up, you get that online container, you get the in-person experience that with our weekend in Tampa, and then we get the integration work afterwards. We have an integration call set up. We'll have a Telegram group with everybody. So it's just because you might not see those people again for a while, that doesn't mean they're going away, right? This community that you're creating, like you're always going to have that. And I feel grateful to have that, even with the experiences that I've been able to go through.
And I feel like for me, in all of the programs that I've been in, I've done some retreats. All of that stuff has made, if I already knew somebody, made the friendship so much better. But then on top of that, I had made new friends and continue to stay in contact with the people that are there. So even after the container ends, like these people aren't going anywhere. Like they are still a part of my life. And I mean, you and I are a prime example of that. We um met online, really, and then through a group container in a way, but like you're not going anywhere. You're stuck with me now.
Yeah, I don't want to go anywhere. Yeah, it's crazy. And I think, like let's speak a little bit too, because I know there's nerves of people that are listening to this and maybe on the fence to attending something like this. And it's like, okay, what if I get there and what if I don't like somebody, right? Like, what if I don't mesh well with somebody that's on the trip? And I can speak to that. I've been on experiences where, yeah, I don't want to necessarily become best friends with every single woman there, but I respect every single woman there because she's there, solely because she's there, because she's showing up for herself. And we need more women in the world to take initiative and to show up for themselves, because at the end of the day, it's just you. It's just you that you have to depend on, whether you're married, whether you have kids, whether you have siblings, parents. Like at the end of the day, it's always just going to be you to count on.
Mm,
I know.
that's and it's wild when you think about that because you're right. Like you can always count on you.
Mhm.
Period.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So let's see. With your experiences. So we have, and we were talking a little bit before we recorded, like you have your vacations. I just saw this on an advertisement today online, and the guy was saying, you plan your family vacations, you plan your holiday vacations, like you make those a priority in your life. People in general make those a priority in their life. But what they do when they get on those vacations, like maybe they're sitting by the pool, maybe they're having some drinks, maybe they're just scrolling the IG or their TikTok the whole time. And
Tinder.
yeah, right. Like that's great. I'm fully for that, like unwinding, whatever. But why there's a huge difference between going on a vacation that literally like changes your life, and I can think of very few vacations that really I can think of one vacation where I left that vacation and like we did some shit. Like we saw the world, we did the things, and we made more friends, we deepened connections. Like I left that vacation a different experience, like a different woman, with a shit ton of really close friends. And then I think of retreats, right? Like you come to a retreat, all your experience, especially for the heart retreat, your entire experience is laid out for you. The events, the activities that you want to do, your meals are planned out for you. You have your own room, like this luxury experience. The people there are going to be great. The music is going to be great. Like it's going to be a badass experience. And you're going to learn so, so much about yourself that even like if you're thinking of right now, like, okay, what might I expect at a retreat or this retreat specifically? It's going to be even below those expectations. There's going to be things that are going to occur that you aren't even going to be able to fathom at this point.
And I have so many things to say about this. The first thing is that's one of the huge reasons why I love retreats is like I don't want to make any decisions. I want like everything to be already planned for me and all I have to do is show up. Which is funny because that's typically how it is with my girlfriends when we do trips. They plan it all, I just show up. I'm really good at that.
Yeah.
But
Me, I'm the planner.
yes, yep, Rachel's got it all under control, which is so nice where you can literally just sit back and receive because how many times in our life as women do we just get to receive? So often we are giving to someone, like you said, kids, partners, everybody but ourselves. And so this is an opportunity to just receive and be.
Mhm.
And for me, like that's something that really attracted me to this. I forgot what the other thing I was going to say about this. It'll come back to me.
That's okay. Yeah, maybe on well, and vacations because you want to speak to it's like you have taken a lot of vacations with just friends that aren't retreat experiences, and you can still incorporate fun like confidence building things. Like I said, these few occasions that I can think of, vacations I left a different person. So what would be some things that you recommend as a fellow traveler and an avid traveler that
Yes.
people can incorporate?
I would say, like, if you are going on like a girls' trip, some of the things that I have found that have been so, so helpful are different sensual activities. So if you are going to a big city, look for pole classes, look for twerk classes. These are really good ways to get into your body, try something maybe new, but then also feel like really sexy and seductive. These are things that you can do sober, which I think is always helpful to have a list of options that are sober. If maybe you're sober curious or you're not, it doesn't even matter. But so often when we think of trips, it involves a lot of binge drinking. And so having some options to go to that don't involve alcohol at all, I think is really nice. The other thing that I love is Korean spas. Have you ever been to a Korean spa?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so this is an experience we have to do. I found one in Tampa, by the way. But Korean spas, there is an all nude section for women, and then there's like a co ed section where you are dressed. But what's amazing about that is that you're able to go be surrounded by other women in feeling confident in their bodies, or maybe not initially feeling confident in their bodies, but as you see more women of all body shapes and sizes, it helps you feel more comfortable with your own body wherever it is at. And so that's something that I found really, really helpful as well for traveling and feeling empowered about myself. The other thing that I'm going to throw in here is sex clubs.
Mhm.
I think sex clubs are a really great place to also feel empowered and confident as a woman because you get to see other people like living their life and also feeling comfortable and confident. And so often, this is going to be a really good talking point here, but so often we're in comparison. We
Mhm.
are comparing ourselves to other women. And when you are in comparison, that's not a good place to be. You want to get out of that. And so when you're able to go to these places where you're just seeing other people and you're not comparing, you're not analyzing anybody else's body, you're just like being, it helps so much.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And comparison is the thief of joy, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. I really enjoy that. And especially for people that are in the lifestyle. And I think of a couple that was on our couples retreat with us. Like they left one of the nights and went to a sex club nearby. That was a really popular one in Austin. They've been wanting to check it out for quite some time. And I was
Gotta
like,
love Colette's.
well, yeah, like I'm like, that is amazing, and that takes so much courage too for somebody to be able to do that, whether you're by yourself or if you're within your couple. But yeah, these experiences, and especially going back to this retreat, I've designed it to where it's not go, go, go. I've been to business retreats like this in the past, or just other retreats where it is go, go, go. And so, we're gonna wake up, we're gonna have like you're gonna have time in the morning. It's not gonna be wake up, boom, 9 o'clock, we're doing a workshop. It's like, and for instance, like Saturday, pretty much the whole majority of the morning is our boudoir shoot that we're doing Saturday. And so that's just like, I envision that being like a slumber party. Like we're all helping each other get ready and we're checking outfits and deciding what we're going to wear for that. We got music blasting. Maybe we got some mimosas going, and it's going to be like a super like girl power experience. So I'm so pumped for that.
Well, and what I'm imagining is basically what I was describing with like the Korean spa or even the sex club is you have all of these women who are just empowering each other and feeling good in their bodies. And yes, don't get me wrong, like sometimes initially that can be really challenging. But
Mm-hmm.
when you have a group of women who are like, damn, girl, you look so fucking good, or like, I love that outfit on you, or when you're just being able to support each other and you're cheering each other on, it feels so fucking good to
Mm-hmm.
get that from other women. And mm, it
Mm-hmm.
reminds me of something that somebody shared with me. Um, they posted it on a website recently about me. And do you want me to read it to you?
Yeah, I would love to.
So this was about Saturday night. Let me find it here. Give me 30 seconds.
Mhm. Yeah. And I'll take this as a moment too to remind people, this podcast is something that's also on YouTube. I'm just admiring the artwork that's behind Jordan. And, we're talking about sensuality, sexuality. And it's like, this is a woman that drips pleasure. She is constantly living life in pleasure. And yeah, if you're wanting to be in the presence of that energy, come to the Her Retreat because Jordan will be there. I will be there, obviously. But yeah, we're two pretty cool girls that you get to hang out with when you come to
Yes,
this.
we are. Yes, we are. So I share this because I think that this is something that you would also be able to experience when you're at the Her Retreat and you're around other women who are building each other up. Like we're not there to tear each other down. We're there to build. We're there for our own reasons. So this lady shared, hubby and I were introduced to yet another beautiful woman with burgundy lingerie. The lace hugged her body perfectly. She was not wearing any makeup and certainly did not need it. She radiated natural beauty. Her brown skin looked soft and supple, completely flawless. She was also kind, outgoing, and a delight to talk to. And so
Mm,
I talked to her in the DMs, but ultimately, like, being supported by other women
mm.
just feels so good.
It does. It truly, truly does.
And
Yeah.
we're in a society where they basically tell us to tear other women down nonstop. And when you are surrounded by positive women who support each other, it just fucking hits differently.
Yeah, it does. Taylor Swift song hits different. It's a good one. It's
I
on.
don't even know that one.
It's new. It's
Let me go download it.
from her bonus releases. Um, yeah, I think of that too, and to see women, not even just like different body sizes and shapes and sizes and whatnot, but to see women in their different personalities and their different walks of life and what their families are like and how they are doing relationships and how they're parenting and how they're doing all of these things, how their pleasure looks like, I just think that's really, really incredible. And to get that exposure as a woman, it's like you, in many ways, you can see what else is possible. You can see that there's more available to you. And on the other hand, you can be that inspiration for other people too, which feels really, really cool. I'm just looking at my values here, and it's like purpose is one of my values, and so inspiring through is one of my purposes, you know. Yeah, so I'm excited. So I wanted to ask you, Jordan, like, why, in your opinion, why would you say is like a retreat around specifically geared towards like sexuality, sensuality is important for women?
Oh man, that's a good question. I think that it's so important because it's an area of our life, again, kind of going back to society, that is told to be shut off. And so when we go to a retreat that is very focused on our sensuality and our sexuality, it's giving us permission to be turned on. It's giving us permission to have pleasure and sex appeal and really step into like owning what sex is for us and sexuality is for us, and fucking society norms, fuck the patriarchy, all of that, and just really like, what does that look like for you? And so it helps you dig into that. That would be my thought.
Yeah, absolutely. And not in like a kumbaya type of way, and not in like I'm going to a lecture and this woman is just going to be like talking at me the whole time. Fuck no. Like we're going to be doing a women's circle, we're going to be doing breath work, we're going to be doing
Mhm.
meditations, some really cool like dance temple experiences. We're going offsite for a field trip. Like we have, yeah, it's gonna be incredible.
I can't wait for my packing list for this so that I can like start getting my outfits together because I'm starting to really get into the outfit packing thing.
Yeah, and yeah, minimizing and not overpacking
Oh no, no.
is not a thing for you. I know. But truly, you just like, yeah, you really, you, if the case this is standing anybody's way, like again, this, yeah, pack what's comfortable to you, pack what's, you'll need one special outfit for our night out, you'll need one special outfit for your boudoir, and then other than that is like bring your bathing suit for sure, because this property has a pool, so there'll definitely be lots of pool time. And we'll be in fucking Florida. There it's sunny and beautiful and
And hot. It'll be great.
yes.
Especially in October when it's like kind of fall everywhere else. You
Mhm.
know, Florida is still really, really nice.
Yeah.
So, mm.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, yeah. So, Jordan, anything else that we need to cover around this? Why women should attend an experience like this? Why retreats in some ways are better than regular old vacations?
Oh, I mean, honestly, there's a million reasons why retreats are better than vacations. You're going with a purpose. You're
Mhm.
going for growth. You're going for your own particular reasons. And vacation, like, yes, vacation's great, but this is going to feel like, how do I say this? It's money well spent.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
know, like you are investing in yourself rather than just spending money to go sit by a pool. Like you're going to get something in return for your money while you sit by a pool too. And so it's yeah, I think that's really it.
Yeah, and you just reminded me, like, for any entrepreneurs that are listening, like, this is a tax write-off.
Fuck yeah.
Tax write-off for you, Jordan, for sure. And I wanted to say too, you know, thinking about the women that are attending this experience, you have women that are coming in that are very, very new, like women that have just started working with me that are coming into this experience, just starting to do sex coaching or, you know, talking about intimacy. And then you have you, right? Like you and I, we would be sort of on the other side of the spectrum, but this again, this is still an experience for everyone. It's not gonna, the what we're doing is not gonna be like a refresher to Jordan in many ways. Like a lot of, you are going to experience a lot of new things, people coming in. It's not going to be stuff that is way over their head where they're not going to understand it. Like I have really very strategically put this stuff together to where no matter where you're at on that spectrum, like you're going to get a very great experience out of this.
Yeah. I think I'm just really excited to be there and learn from you and be in your energy and be able to relax and prioritize myself because, you know, especially as a businesswoman, but I think everybody can relate to this. Sometimes it's really hard to do that. It's hard to slow down, prioritize yourself. And so this is an opportunity to be, I don't want to say forced,
Mm-hmm.
but allowed
Yeah. Be
to do
her.
that. Be her.
My little
Ooh.
plug, her. In case you didn't know, that's what the Hurry Tree is called. Her. It's honor, embrace, and reclaim. And we're the whole weekend. Yeah, we're doing that. That's how it's designed.
So beautiful.
And yeah, there was one more thing I was gonna say, and I can't remember now. So I guess this is where we will end. How can people, I know I mentioned the jet setting Jordan, but how can people find you if they want to connect with you and see if maybe there's somebody that they want to retreat with?
Yes. So you can find me on Instagram, Jordan Donnell. Rachel will tag that in the show notes for you. Jet Setting Jordan is my little travel page that I started. It's hard to keep up with posting things, but it's fun. Whatever. Check it out. And you can see all my adventures because I try to post a little bit more adventure stuff over there.
Yes. And just to end, I remember the last thing I was going to say. I've been getting asked a lot, like, is this retreat going to be like a pure romance party? Because a lot of people know I do pure romance parties. I'm like, tiny bit, yes, but no. Like, yes, in the sense that it's going to be women in a room, right? Like at this space, it's going to be women only. It's going to be talking about sex in many different ways, but it's not going to be like a product demonstration. Like that's what a pure romance party is, right? Like pure romance parties are great. Products are great. Products in many ways to me are can just be like a band-aid to what it is that you're experiencing. And then doing an experience like this, a retreat, coaching, a program, anything like that is you going into depth and making those products like way more fun because now you know what you're doing, you know their purpose. And so with this experience, like you'll come in, I'll have vibrators and things set out for you to feel and floggers and whips and like all these different things for you to experience and see and ask questions about. And not just pure romance products, other products that I use and love and adore and highly recommend. So you'll have that experience. So think, yeah, this is going to be a hands-on experience, right? And like in so many different ways. So
And
wanted to
I
end.
just imagine like, hands on also in like exploring
Mhm.
exploration and
Yeah,
being able to try these different things and in maybe platonic situations so that you can just explore. And then if you do have a partner, you can go home and be like, hey, I got to explore this. I purchased this on Amazon, or I purchased this from Rachel, or whatever that looks like. But giving you an opportunity to maybe try things you've never experienced before to see what feels good for you.
absolutely. Yes. You need to be there. In
Yeah.
short,
And
to be there.
it's literally impossible to explain the experience that you're going to have.
Mhm.
And I've found that with so many of the things that I've done, like I can't even begin to tell you the type of experience you're really going to have. You just have to be there to experience it. And then it all makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm, yes. So definitely check out the link in the bio if you would like to join us at the her retreat. You can DM me, you can email me, call me. I mean, however you need to get the link, I'll get it to you. But it will be in the show notes and it is definitely in my bio on IG. So thank you, Jordan, for having this conversation. This was so fun. And
Yes.
I cannot wait to see you in less than 2 months now. Oh my
Oh
God.
my goodness.
Crazy.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Ah, I'll see you
Okay.
soon.
Thanks, Rachel.